Just a quick video to show you how you can easily and cheaply camouflage your gun, and the effects are easily removed so you don't damage the gun by permanently painting it or marking it in any way that you can't remove after. Simple, easy to find materials. I have an old gun sock there, a camouflage one. It's been cut up, used on a previous rifle that I've camouflaged. Just some scrap ends. It was either throw them in the bin or save them. Also, piece of camouflage material. This has come from a pair of trousers. Just cut the leg off. And finally, a bit of army scrim. Found quite often in surplus stores. Very cheap, easy to find. I'll now show you what I've done to camouflage the gun. With the camouflage material, the old trouser leg, all I've done is just cut some strips at the end to act as ties. At the bottom of the leg there was already some ties, but again you can just cut the material to have a permanently attached tie, or you can cut strips off separately just to hold everything in place. Pull the leg, the material, over the scope, just loosely wrap it round. Use the ties and tie to the front end. Make sure there's enough clearance if you've got lens caps on. This particular scope has got a lens cap, so I want to make sure there's free movement with that. Same with the other end. Got a lens cap, so I want to make sure there's plenty of space for that to open. With the material already cut, I just tie it together and hold it in place. Next, I just get the stretchy gun sock, place it over the stock and the barrel. Doesn't really matter what the material is, what the pattern is, but I'm looking for a different pattern to what this is. Just simply slide over, very easy to do. Next, all I've got to do is just loosely put this scrim around the rest of the stock. You can attach it with anything, a piece of string. I'm using an old bootlace. You could use some old camouflage material cut into strips, elastic bands, anything will do. For the silencer, I use the same as the barrel and the fore end, just a piece of stretchy old gun sock. Finally, one last thing you can do, you can either just ruffle up all this material on the scope and leave it fluffy and bulky, or fold it down over the stock like that. It partly covers your hand when you're operating the trigger or the bolt when it's in place. Just helps to hide a few movements that you might be making when operating the gun. But basically that's all that's needed. Either ruffle it up or lay it down flat to the one side. What I'm trying to achieve here is 3 different shapes, 3 different colours, 3 different patterns. This helps to disguise the gun, not just so it blends in colour wise and pattern wise with the foliage and the surrounding area, but it also breaks up the shape of the gun, the apparent size and shape. This is like a block, a thinner portion and very thin. In future videos you'll see the effect this has when I'm actually using the gun or camouflaged up like this, rather than just plain without any material put on it. But for now, that's just the basic idea of a cheap, easy, non-permanent damaging way to camouflage your gun.